Hello, today I'm going to show you how to make really simple cherry blossoms. And these are made out of different sizes of paper. This is using pure paper reds. And what I did was I cut down, some I left at 6 inches, and I pulled out the warm colors. I actually just keeping pinks and roses and burgundies, and pulled out the oranges and the reds, and I'll save those for something else. And I cut them down. This was from the 3-inch pack, and I cut 4 inches, 5 inches, and left mini at 6. Or I think I'm going to actually have more at the 5-inch range because I like this is the 6-inch flower, which is really pretty, and then the 5-inch and the 4-inch. So it gives a nice variety, and there's the 3-inch. So I'm going to show you how to fold it. What you'll need is a bone folder, pencil, scissors, and I'll get you started. So you're going to take your paper and you're going to fold it in half. And since this is single-sided paper, it doesn't matter if we're folding white side or color side, it is just folded in half. You're going to make, after you folded it, you're going to make a little X you're going to mark a spot. I'm not going to fold the whole thing. I'm going to just take this edge, bring it up to the top edge until it meets as if I'm going to fold it, but I'm going to just pinch it right here in the center just to make a mark. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm bringing this edge to the top as if I'm going to fold it, but instead I'm just pinching it right in the center. And what that gives me is a little X. You can see I have a little X right there, which marks my spot. Now I'm going to take my point, this lower left point, and I'm going to just bring it to meet right inside that X, and then I'm going to crease really well. And next step is I'm going to take this edge and I'm going to bring it back to meet the farthest left edge. And it's good to use your folder sometimes. You need nice sharp creases, especially down there. Now I'm taking this bottom edge and bringing it up to this folded edge, crease it, and then the last step to make this pentagon shape is to mountain fold along where this is. So I'm going to mountain fold, just going to bring that like so. So you've got this little kind of layers, you've got these layers of paper, and just to unfold it to show you what it looks like. And what you're going to do next, you can use a pencil if you want to, or freehand it, but I think a pencil in the beginning is a good way to start. Mark a little diagonal, kind of like here, and then mark just a curved line that kind of goes just to about this place. So I'll just show you. So each one's going to be slightly different, but if you want to make them exactly the same, you could make a template. I could actually just cut this out and have a template if I wanted to, which might be a good idea. So next step is to take your scissors, cut where you just drew, right along where you just drew, and then discard the extra. And what you have is a pentagon flower shape. This is kind of how you would make a star as well. But what we're going to do next is, this is the part I always found a little tricky. You're going to find these mountain folds. You're going to actually collapse this into a little petal, to a single petal, and I'm going to show you how. So you're going to find the two mountains. So if you orient it like the way I have it in my hand, I have two mountain folds here, I have a valley here, and I'm just going to take this side is fine. I'm going to take this one and reverse the fold, and I'm going to push those in, basically push those in, and I'm going to just take this, and I'm going to, using this as my guide, I want everything to collapse into that shape. So I'm just kind of not making any new folds. I'm just reversing if I need to, and what I have done is I've collapsed everything into this shape. Now it doesn't matter. You can see that I don't have an even amount of layers, and that's okay. If you want to change the layers, you can. See, I just changed the layer just by folding it this way. But this is how you want to have your petal. Okay, and it probably doesn't matter for the next step which side you use. I don't think it matters. But what you're going to do is, so once you've collapsed it like this, and this is, I found, is the hardest part of this whole thing. Once you've done that, you're going to make a little fold that's about maybe a little, about 1/8 of an inch. It's going to be a little fold, and I'm going to just do it right at this part here. Okay, whoops, like that. I'm just going to make a little fold, and I'm going to really, it's pretty thick. I've gone through a lot of the layers, so I'm going to use my folding tool, and I'm going to leave it like this, but I'm going to turn it over, so I'm going to start my next fold the same exact way. I'm just going to fold that little hem, and it's going to look like this. So you've got one side has one, and then you turn it over and do the other side. Now I'm going to, basically the flower is done, and what I'm going to do now is unfold it, but I don't want to unfold these creases, so I'm just going to gently open my petals, and if you do it with the folds facing you, so the little folds, the little hems that I just did, if I have it facing me, then I can kind of open these petals and not unfold those little hems. So how I'm doing that is I'm just going to, you can see there's the little hems still there, and then there's this little kind of a, it's a certain kind of fold. I'm going to just press that down in the center just to reinforce that, and now my flower is finished, and there it is. So this is the easiest way that I know how to make this flower, and I hope you make plenty. It's going to be fun to make a whole lot of them and string them together into a beautiful little spring display.